but he's washed. So I think we should talk about that.
Here's the thing, though, Mars. I mean, when can you define what washed means to me? Can you define what washed means to you, Mars? What does washed mean?
Substantially worse than you were at your best. Substantially worse than you were in your prime. Like, I don't think in order to be washed, you have to be as bad as Killian Hayes was. Because if that's the case, then I don't think guys like LeBron or Steph or KD will ever get washed. But when you're substantially worse than you were when you were in your prime, I think that becomes washed. So I think washed is a different definition based on the player we're talking about. PJ Tucker now is washed, but so is LeBron. But LeBron is 600 times better than PJ Tucker. Does that make sense?
How we know PJ Tucker washed?
No, he over. Stop.
Have you seen him when he been on the court for those 6 minutes?
Jordan, don't do that. He's over.
That man.
Saying he ain't played enough. He ain't played enough.
That's why, because he's washed.
He don't play because he's washed.
That's why he doesn't play, Jordan, because he's washed.
We don't know, though. We don't know if he washed. What if he get out there?
Now we don't know if PJ Tucker washed.
Jordan,
what if he go out there and go 3 for 3 from the corner like he used to back in Houston?
Well,
he's not going to be providing high-level, valuable defense in terms of switchability and being able to pick up best players full court. So he washed.
And not only that, to your point, Mars, when has he done that?
Who?
PJ. When's the last time PJ has done that?
Oh, damn.
They don't play PJ. No, he played the playoffs 2 years ago. He played in the playoffs 2 years ago.
And how productive was he?
He got in the game and got cooked by Kyrie. Like, he wasn't doing that.
Everybody get cooked by Kyrie.
Yeah, but don't like he was doing that in the playoffs. He wasn't doing that in the playoffs.
Hold on, Mars. He watched it because
that is a bad judgment if you're washed or not. Whether you get cooked by Kyrie, like that's
I'm not
saying
saying he's washed because of that. I'm saying bringing up that he was in the game in the playoffs doesn't mean he was playing great or playing good defense or wasn't washed. He was in the game because, respectfully, the Clippers had no answers and was like, oh, let's go to this washed old man. See if he has the answers. He ain't have the answers. The last time PJ Tucker had answers was like 3-4 years ago.
When he was in the NBA championship. Yes, that was the last time. But back to what you were saying, Mars. Back to what you were saying when you talk about washed. Substantially worse. Mars, if I just, because you're a numbers guy, you always, let's go to the numbers. Mars, if we got a guy in the NBA, and I want you to take the name off the table for a second. We got a guy in the NBA, player A. He's 22-8-9. He's on a team that's a playoff team. How good is this guy? How are we talking about him?
On the surface, that's a good player. I mean,
sounds like an all-star.
All-star.
Yeah, but then
all NBA.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All-star, but like I said, washed is compared to yourself. If now he's playing like an all-star, but what he was is maybe the best player to ever exist. That's a drastic fall off, substantial 100%. Fall off. He's gone from best player ever to best player in the NBA to all NBA to all star. Like, that's a substantial drop off.
So is Tyrese Halliburton washed?
Run.
Hey.
20-game sample size?
But yeah.
Ron looking like, why am I involved in this? This has nothing to do with me.
But yeah,
I
think it's okay to say guys like LeBron are washed. I don't think that's really an insult, if I'm being honest. When you were peaking as maybe the best player ever, top 3-5 player ever, and then you had a prime that extended for my whole young life.
Sure.
Now you're only playing like an all-star. I think it's fine for me to say that you're washed.
I don't think he's playing like an all-star.
That's fine. He's gonna make me all-star team off name value alone. But like, I think it's fine for me to say that. I don't see the problem. Anyone who watched prime LeBron
like all-star. Why isn't he playing like all-star?
Wait. Finish what you were saying, Miles. You were saying anybody who watched
anyone who's seen prime LeBron and then sees this. If you don't see that there's like a 100% decline, like I don't understand how I can't just say the guy's washed. I understand his name's LeBron and like everyone wants to go to sleep to posters of him and kiss him on his forehead before you go to sleep. And I don't know what you guys do, but like. I'm sorry, I'm just saying what I see. Like this is a washed player. Like there's nothing wrong with being washed. He's the oldest guy in the league. Like at some point, accepting reality is like good.
But yeah, think about why isn't he? Hold on, Chill. Can we figure out why isn't he an all-star? I just want to know
why isn't he an all-star?
There's 12 all-stars in the West, right?
Yes.
He's not one of the 12 best players in the West right now. That's a simple stat. Number one. Number two, I don't see why a team that's barely hanging on for playing is going to get 2 all-stars, and he's not the best player on his team. So that's 2 very quick ones. He's averaging career lows across the board. I don't think
but his career lows is better than some people's career highs.
That's the point.
I agree with that, but his career usage is higher than most people's career highs. So that is part of it, right? Like, look, the numbers are weird, right? Because we have this fixation with this triple digit stat line of 20, 10, and 10. And it seems like the closer a guy is to 20, 10, and 10, the closer they are to being a great player.
Sure.
But 20 points, not what it used to be. It's like 15 points. 9 assists, 10 assists, not what it used to be. It's like 7 assists. So if I told you right now, pace adjusted, LeBron's averaging 16, 7, and 6, you probably would be saying he's washed. The thing
that's 2022 Westbrook.
Well, exactly. Look, the reality is everything you define as a number, like a point, a rebound, and assist, is dictated cumulatively on minutes played and pace. That's it.
Why do we have to do that though? But I like sometimes the advance and the
it's not
pace
advanced
numbers or the what you want to call that when you
analytics.
Yeah, the analytics. Like, why do we want to like change the pace when he's averaging what he's averaging at the pace that he's playing? I don't see what's the significance of doing that right now.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the significance is, because we have a comparative bias, right? So Jordan averaged like 32 points per game, right? Michael Jordan averaged 32 points per game. Sure. So we want to say that Jalen Green or Cam Thomas today, when they averaged 32 points per game, are relatively close to what Michael Jordan was doing. No. But that's not close, because you have to adjust for what was the pace, how many 3-pointers are they taking, what's the defense like, how packed is the
why
paint?
but I understand that, but my question is why? Because the game is played differently. I don't think that matters.
Because the number of points you score doesn't matter to me. I care how many points you score relative to how many points your team scored. So if Jordan scores 32 points and his team scored 90, he scored over 35% of his team's points. But if
correct,
exactly. But if Cam Thomas scores 30 points and his team scored 130, he didn't do the same thing. That's the difference. If Cam Thomas had 100 possession game or 120 possession game, and Jordan did it in a 78 possession grinded out game in which the clock was going down the entire way. Yeah, I mean, you remember the 7 seconds or less Suns and how many assists Steve Nash racked up. Well, that's largely because they played one of the fastest paces in the league, and everyone's just like, oh, 12 assists. He's better than this guy and that guy. And it's like he has more possessions. That matters.
No, but I understand that. I'm just saying for LeBron right now. Why would we do that for LeBron right now?
Look, man, LeBron in the right system, he's so strong, right? He's such a gifted passer, even though he's turning the ball over. He's going to get the ball enough to score. And even if he regresses for 2 more years, I'll guarantee you there's some team in the league, maybe an expansion team, right? They don't got nobody. If they don't got anything going on, I guarantee you could still set LeBron up to average a triple-double like 2 years from now. It won't mean anything.
Why wouldn't it mean? But look, when we say it won't mean anything, my thing would be when LeBron played horrible last night, they lost by what, 30?
20.
Yeah,
well, the score was 19.
Yeah, but they got beat bad when LeBron played horrible. But when he's playing good, do they have a chance to win?
They still losing.
They're much, much better when he's good. Much better.
Right. But, so I can't say he's not an all-star. Like you say he's not the best player on the team. I might agree with you on that. But to say he's not an all-star when he's the second best player on the team and their team's success relies on him playing good, why wouldn't he be all-star?
Only except the difference with that is that the other guys in the league who their team success depends on them being good, they're good more often than he is. That's the difference.
But so, like who? Like, let's go through the 12 that LeBron is embedded in a Western
Shea, Jokic, Luka, AD, De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, KD.
De'Aaron Fox and LeBron to me kind of in the same category.
Yeah, but you think De'Aaron Fox and Shea is in the same category, so respectfully, I think your category.
No, I said they should be. I don't. I'm saying today LeBron and De'Aaron Fox are the same. Like they both mean as much to their team.
We were at 7, Mars. Keep going.
Go ahead.
James Harden,
Anthony Edwards, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Wemby, Steph, John Morant.
You said KD, right?
I said KD.
You also didn't. You didn't say you didn't say your big fella in Houston either, Mars.
Şengün.
Yes.
That's over LeBron.
You said Steph.
All of them guys are definitively over LeBron James. Which
I don't know how many names I said. I just gave you 14. Guys who would be in.
I gave you that's 14 guys.
I think this conversation should have started and probably should start at what is going wrong with LeBron right now. So he's in a bit of a shooting slump. Number one. Okay. Number two, he's turning the ball over like crazy. And that's not good. I don't think shooting and turnovers have very much to do with age. What I do think has to do with age is his terrible transition defense, where he's one of the worst transition defenders in the league.
If you don't got the legs, though, Pin.
That's fair.
If you don't got the legs for the shooting,
that's what
that matters.
Yes. And by the way, in the last 5 games, he's averaging almost 6 turnovers a game.
Okay, but you know the problem that I have when y'all talk about the last 5 games what he did. What about the 3 to 5 games where he was averaging damn near triple double, getting 30?
Yeah, he had 4 straight. So Jordan, you know how the basketball community works. When he had those 4 straight, it was he's still him, he's still the king.
Yes,
now it's a slump, but it's gonna be ebbs and flows.
It's up and down,
especially when you're at this edge. I think we might be overreacting because just like Jordan said, in December, January, if LeBron's balling, we're gonna forget this conversation ever happened, and we're gonna go back to praising the GOAT. I don't know. I think also we got to look at who's he playing with, who's holding up their end of the bargain. What does he have to do? Why are the Lakers not calling for Zach LaVine? What's happening in La La Land? You know what I mean? Yeah. Now it's Zach LaVine's just the name I threw out there, Jordan. I'm not saying specifically him, but they need somebody, and I wouldn't be mad at Zach LaVine. They need somebody to take some of this burden. They need somebody to take some burden off of this 40-year-old man's shoulders. He shouldn't have to carry the squad the way he has to.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
So
he's not carrying a squad where he's not the best player. That's not fair. That's not fair to Anthony Davis.
I'm not disrespecting Anthony Davis. When I say carry this, well, LeBron for them to be the team that everybody wants the Lakers to be, Bron got to do what Bron got to do. Now I'm not saying he's better than AD, whatever. I don't want to get into that. I'm saying he can't carry this squad. They need help. Anthony, if you want me to throw Anthony Davis in this conversation, we can. I was just talking about Bron. They need some help. Bron and AD can't do it. Bron don't got that same tank he used to have. They need help, bro.
So in the last 10 games that they've played, he's averaging almost 6 turnovers a game. That's half their games that he's turning the basketball over. That has nothing. Penn just brought no. And here's the thing: when I'm older,
how many turnovers have James Harden had in the last 6 games?
Let's focus on Bron, Jordan. Let's focus.
Let's not. You got a good point, though.
I'm just saying, though, like we can't nitpick that with LeBron, but not do it.
Wait, that's not nitpicking.
Well,
that's not nitpicking.
Bron not a turnover-prone guy, though. This is different for Bron.
Last 6 games, James Harden's averaging 4.
And James is
averaging different for Bron, Jordan. You got to admit that, Jordan. This is different for Bron.
I guess.
I mean, if you want to call James Harden washed, then call James Harden washed. Like, I don't get.
I'm not gonna call James Harden washed. No, I'm not gonna call.
I mean, you compare James Harden to what he was in his prime. I think it's pretty fair to say the guy's washed. He's just still really good.
I'd agree with that.
LeBron is also still really good.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
LeBron is still a very good player. James Harden is still a very good player.
I agree.
Compared to what they used to be, though, no, it's not the same.
But the problem with this is we got James Harden as an all-star and LeBron not. That's my problem.
His team's better. He's impacting more.
Who's better right now, Jordan? Who's better?
Well, they're like a game apart. They're like a game or two apart.
No. Who's better, LeBron James or James Harden today?
Who the best James in LA?
It's James. It's James Harden.
James who? James Harden's better.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's fine if he's an all-star and LeBron's not?
Both of them are all-stars. What I'm saying though, both of them are all-stars. They within a game apart. The Lakers and the Clippers are what? Within a game apart from each other. They right by each other. Yeah. Why? So why? What's the problem?
Wait, why is James Harden better?
Yeah, people not gonna like that.
Because James Harden don't have Anthony Davis.
So he's better because his team is worse.
So when Kawhi gets back, he's gonna be worse?
And he's productive.
That's interesting.
Now I don't know if he's gonna be worse, but I'm saying he's still productive with less. That's what I'm saying.
That's an interesting ball for better player, but I don't know how consistent.
Yeah, that's how you normally do it. Like, Jordan, could you put a guy by itself? And
yeah, I've always thought that was a stupid reason to say someone's better.
But if you take Anthony Davis off the Lakers, what would LeBron be doing with the Lakers?
He would not be doing. Well,
he would not be doing what James Harden would be doing with him.
Are you saying that he would be much better if Anthony Davis wasn't
James Harden with the
Clippers? Is that what you're telling me? So
no,
wait.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you switch roles, put James Harden on the Lakers with Anthony Davis.
Right.
Put LeBron James on the Clippers with that roster.
Right.
What happens?
I think it's different. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But here's what I'm saying. Let's make sure we stick to the point here, which is what James Harden is today and what LeBron James is today. LeBron James, when he's making the All-Star team, I think since 2005, he's been voted on to the team as a starter. He's never not been
All-Star
a starter,
right?
Yeah, he's been voted. Right? He's been voted on to the team as a starter,
and he will again this year.
100% he will, and all of those have been deserving. It's not like James. It's not like James is averaging what Jabbar averaged in 1988 and 1988. With Jabbar last season was averaging 10 points and 6 rebounds. Now, if you think about what Jabbar was relative to that, it's not even close. James is still a damn good player, but if you think about the players in the Western Conference today, what you're trying to sell me is James at his worst, which is where we are now with him. James at his worst is still better than all of these other guys in your estimation. Agreed. And that's just not true. That's not what's going on right now. These guys in the Western Conference are playing better, and what we're doing is we're holding on to what James used to be, and he's not that anymore.
I don't think that's what we're doing.
He's averaging 35. I can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think that's what we're doing, Chill. I'm just saying.
Are we getting that? Because are we going to get that?
Yes. It is LeBron is going to go on a run for maybe 2 weeks where he plays like a top 10, top 5 player in the NBA. And the guys in the chat, the biggest Bron fans in the chat, are going to be, you guys said he was washed. He's still this good.
Guy,
oh, in a playoff series, you don't want to see LeBron. Like, that's what.
How many minutes is he playing, Mars? How many minutes a game? Does anybody have it up? Or LeBron
this year?
Yeah, how many minutes per game?
James is around
35, I think. 35.
Not that many. No, he's not playing 35
minutes. 35 is exactly 35. He's right. Exactly. 35.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. He need to be at like 28. He need to be at 27, 28.
He's no way that man should be playing. He's 26th in the league in minutes. He's playing practically the same amount of minutes as Giannis.
That's crazy, bro. That's so.
Hey, I just want to say, for
that reason right there, Morris, I don't know if we're gonna get that stretch you're talking about, and that's just because he's too many minutes. He got to lessen these minutes. He got to rest that body a little bit, bro. Or when the playoffs come, you remember when they got to the Western Conference that time and he was flanking, hitting the side of the Western Conference Finals, and he was boom, he was throwing Scud missiles at the rim. Well, and he was bent over. Remember, the meme where the lady bent over like that? He was looking like that.
Yeah.
Like, what meme is that?
You know the meme when she got the shades on? Yeah, I got on.
And she was
anyway.
And she got the bent over like what? Like how?
Not like that, bro. She was outside. It wasn't that type of party. She was like,
come on.
Anyways, the chat know what I'm talking about. Y'all two playing, okay. But he was exhausted, bro. And I think that breakdown is going to come a lot faster if they keep making this dude play 35 minutes.
But Ox, let me ask you this though: is he not a victim of his own success because he's been good for so long?
I don't think he's a victim of anything. The victim
100%.
The victim word. We got to get that out of there.
Why not?
Well, because I don't think he's a victim. I think that it's fans of his that got their feelings hurt that this man is actually aging, which is right. That's what's supposed to happen. The aging is the best thing that can happen to a human being.
100%.
So
it's the alternative, no doubt about it. It beats the alternative,
right.
No doubt.
Mars, you're gonna be 30
That's the best thing that can happen to
like
that. So it's like he's not a victim. This is a glorious career. What he's doing right now is amazing. This is beautiful. We should be praising this. We should be praising the fact that this man's out there running up and down that court for 35 minutes a game. Who we should be holding accountable is the Laker media cartel, the fans, and the front office over there. That's who we should be holding accountable. Why aren't you getting this man some help? Why did y'all let D'Angelo Russell trick y'all last year and make y'all think he was a good player when y'all supposed to be trading? What is happening? The reason why I'm asking you this, Ox, is because when I say victim, I mean he now is. That's the standard for James. What you've seen over the last 5-10 years, even though he's gotten older, people expect him to do. That's unreasonable, Chill. That's unreasonable.
But is it though? Because he's still been doing it. It's not like it's not like right 100%. And the idea that he's getting older, well, he's been doing it for so long. As he's aged, why should I believe that he's not going to be able to do it? When in reality, I've been a victim of my own success because I've taken care of my body as well as I have. I've done everything that I was supposed to do in order to stay in peak shape. And I've played at this level for as long as I've played at. So now people expect me to continue doing this continuously. They at the ripe old age of 39, turning 40 this month, I had people telling me, yo, James could play another 4 or 5 more years at this level. I'm thinking, no, he cannot. He's not going to stick around that long. But because he's taking care of his body so well, because he's played at such a high level for the last 4 or 5 years, because they've been in the playoffs, because he's been doing what he's doing, because they won the NBA championship 5 years ago, because he's done all of that stuff, people expect this to continue. And we haven't really seen, and I've seen it, but the casual fan hasn't really recognized what the drop-off is with him, that he's not nearly what he was in 2014. If you see him in 2019 and you see him today, there's a drastic drop between these two players. If you see him in 2021 and then you see him today, those two guys are not the same. But because he's still 27 a game, 26 a game, he could still do that right into the age of 40. Mars does this all the time with KD. Even though KD, we had actually watched some film of KD getting downhill in like 2014. What's the difference between those two guys and today, Mars?
I think we just need to stop comparing him to who he used to be. I know that.
It's hard to not do.
No. I get that. I get that. But just close your eyes and look at him like a new player, because this is not the same player. He's not succeeding the same way. He's taking a lot more threes, and that's the difference, right? This year he's had the highest turnover percentage of his career. Mm-hmm. Combat that with the second lowest box plus minus of his career, going right back to his rookie season. So at no point in his prime has he been this bad. Look at his free throw rate. It's the lowest of his career. Mm-hmm. These things matter. The defense has never been this bad. Not rookie LeBron, not second year LeBron, not any version of Cleveland LeBron, not even any version of LA LeBron has been this bad defensively. So when you factor in all the regression, including the turnovers, I don't care that you can average 20, 10, and 10. I really don't. They're like 35 to 45 guys in the league that are big playmakers who rebound a bit, who could average 20, 10, and 10 if you really fed them that level of usage. I think Ox is onto something where you cut back the minutes a little bit, get closer to 28. The problem is you don't have enough help. Also, another big problem is don't have enough spacing around him. As he gets older, he gets a little bit less twitchy, a little less speedy, a little bit whatever. You need to surround this dude with a better roster. If LeBron was on a better team right now, he would not be showing this level of rust and this level of regression. It would be better for him because his greatest gift as a playmaker is only actually being used when there's someone to finish those plays.
But Penn, that's always who he's been, though. He's always been that guy who's been the man. So the idea that he needs to be
you need to change. Every great player adjusted. Every great player
Which one?
Adjusted. And Jordan,
which one?
Jordan may be
I'm about to slip in and read this super chat. And then y'all can continue to base your argument based on this. Sure. But Teddy Hart sent through a $25 super chat. He said him, as in LeBron, being hell-bent on playing all 82 is the culprit. I don't think it's about the minutes. He should be on the old Tim Duncan type playing schedule.
Mm-hmm. I think the difference between Duncan 2013, 2014 Duncan and this LeBron is LeBron's taken up a third of the salary cap, whereas Tim Duncan was taking up like a sixth. So like
he took less dough. Yes, he did.
You're asking LeBron to be in a Tim Duncan role while making effectively twice as much. It's actually like realistically, it's like 5 times as much, but we understand salary cap differences.
Sure,
that's the difference. Like you're asking him to do half as much. In fact, Tim Duncan was outperforming his salary. LeBron James is underperforming his salary in terms of pure on-court product.
Now, everything he brings to the Duncan will remain a good defender. Duncan was a good defender right till the end. He may have regressed a little bit, but he was still a very positive defender. LeBron is not a positive defender right now.
No, he's not.
Not at all. We're not talking about peak James where he was like in Miami and he's garnering defensive player of the year conversations. I'm talking Klay Thompson level regression from the peak.
It's been a long time.
But Penn, can I counter that with if Tim Duncan being the elite defender that he was in 2013, in 2014, in 2015, he didn't have the responsibility offensively that he did when he was in 2006, 2007, 2005. He didn't have that responsibility. James still has that responsibility offensively, and you're asking him not even to be elite defensively like what Tim Duncan is. You're still asking him to be a positive on defense when he still has that responsibility offensively at this advanced age, which Tim Duncan didn't have.
Cool. Maybe he shouldn't have that responsibility offensively.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
Maybe he needs to adjust because it's really difficult in the NBA when you are the biggest culprit of turnovers, or at least responsible for the most turnovers on your team, and you also happen to be one of the worst transition defenders on your team. You're conceding like 16 points off of turnovers. You can't make up for that. You don't have enough talent on your team. You're not the Boston Celtics. If we swapped, Jason Tatum for LeBron James and just, gave LeBron James that spacing and that defense, he'd be fine. But you don't have that level of cushion. So you need to be careful with the basketball and you need to manage your minutes. And honestly, I'm tired of ignoring how much control LeBron has over the situation. He can go up to them and say, I can't play 30, 35 minutes anymore. He could say, I want to go a little bit lower in the offense. I want to be a less usage player. He can do that.
Nah, Penn. He wanted to take all that money.
He done that before.
Yeah, they need to ramp his minutes up to 40. Make sure you out there 82 games. You wanted to take all that money. Hey, no, you wanted to take all that money. No, because he did it to himself.
That's a good point, though, Chill. He kind of spin. I forgot he took all that money.
LeBron didn't have to take all that damn money.
That's crazy.
You're a billionaire. Take less
I ain't gonna hate on someone for getting money.
You're gonna turn down $48 million a year.
Get it on the back end, Jordan.
Hang on, he deserves all that money.
He deserves it. He deserves it. Now take these L's. Now don't have the floor spacing that you're talking about. Now don't have the floor spacing you're talking about. Now don't have the help you're talking about.
Players don't just get paid for what they do on the court. He's doing a lot of stuff off the court. There's the same argument y'all use for Bronny James. Okay, so you use the same. You use the same argument for juniors. You're going to use the same argument for senior. Okay, he sells out arenas everywhere. People want to see him play basketball. So he's earning every penny he's making, and honestly, he's probably still underpaid relative to his overall impact on what he means to the Lakers. On the court, however, different situation. Tim Duncan was never this marketable. Dirk Nowitzki was never this marketable.
But he was more productive, though. Tim Duncan was more productive.
It's 61 more games. Are we going to die on the hill that LeBron isn't going to pick it up? It's 61 more games left. I just want to know, are y'all
He got to play less minutes, Jordan. He got to play less minutes.
So what is y'all verdict with these 61 games left? I want y'all to stamp it right now. What do y'all think LeBron's going to end up as?
I don't think he's making an all-pro team. I know that.